What is going on? It is Fred from the Red Chair Reviews. It's time for new releases for this coming Friday, April 3rd, 2026. I have over 20 releases I want to talk about, so that's exciting. Before we get started, like, subscribe, follow, please, join in to the Red Chair Reviews movement. Okay, it's not really a movement. It's just I want you guys to watch more videos. But anyway, here we go. This is what's coming out that I'm really excited about for this week on Friday. The thing I'm most pumped about is Corrosion of Conformity's new double record, Good God, Bad Man, with 2 A's. It's going to be a double record, and I know that this is just going to be some new COC, and there's nothing quite like new COC. I know Pepper and the Boys have been brewing it up, and I can't wait to hear what they have in store. I'm going to play this record straight through several times and just dig in on the groove and the heaviness. Opeth is releasing a 25th anniversary of their classic album, Blackwater Park. This is really where I first started falling in love with Opeth years ago. I can't believe it's been 25 years. This is a gray and black split. I think there may be some extra stuff, maybe a remastering going on here, but I'm probably not going to pick it up as I already have it on vinyl. Alkaline Trio is a really great band, and they have a box set that I've thought about getting for years, but it costs like $800 or something to buy it secondhand, so I'm not going to do that. But they are releasing Crimson and Good Morning on vinyl again for the first time in a while. So, maybe my hopes will come true and Alkaline will just release everything individually, and I don't need to drop $1,000 on this box set that's in some kind of wooden box. Arlo Parks kind of mixes indie, a little bit of rock, a little bit of trip hop, a little bit of pop, a little bit of hip hop. Really, she can do anything, and she has a new album called Ambiguous Desires. There was a song from her last record, Soft Machine. There was a song called Devotion, which is one of my favorite songs of the last 8 or 9 years. Really good. And there's a new tune from here called Beams, which I listened to this morning for the first time. Really good. So I can't wait to hear this new Arlo Parks record. I'm surprised Arlo is not more popular than she is. There's a 5 LP box set called Now Yearbook from 1985 to 1989. I just wanted to share this because I'm like, is it crazy that Now is trying to get into the vinyl game after they released how many hundreds of Now? That's what I call music CDs. But this looks like a better lineup. Maybe it's just because I love 86 through 89. I think it's a good era of music. But I don't know, $141 for this box. It's a little steep for what's pretty much like a K-Tel Records compilation style box set. I don't know if I really need it. Tsunami Bomb and Hammer Bombs are doing a 7-inch split called Bombs Away. Yeah, you have to have the word bomb in your name to be involved in this project. But I really like Tsunami Bomb, and I was sad when they went away, and they're back. I want to hear if this stuff on the 7-inch is going to be any good, re-energized, or are they just trying to revisit stuff a little too late? We'll find out. I want to check it out. Toad the Wet Sprocket has Rings Acoustic Sessions, a reimagining of many of their best songs over the past several years in a fully acoustic format. I think Toad the Wet Sprocket, as I've mentioned on many times on this channel, is a band that I've grown to love even more as I grow older. And I heard a few songs here, and I'm really impressed by the clarity and the beauty of these renderings of these songs. So I will be picking this up. I don't know why I didn't already, to be truthful with you. Thundercat has the first new album in 6 years called Distracted. Thundercat's probably best known for Drunk, which was a great record. But I'm going to check it out because I know that I don't think Drunk is going to be the highlight of Thundercat's career. I'm expecting something even better. So maybe this is it. Stoner rock legend Sun, I think this is their 10th record. It's self-titled. Always weirds me out when a band has a self-titled record like 9 or 10 albums into their career. It's a double LP. I'm not going to lie to you. The last couple Sun records have disappointed me and been just a little, not very inventive. I don't know. I'm hoping they're not getting too comfortable. So maybe that's why they've renamed this. Maybe that's why this is their self-titled album. Maybe they're reinventing themselves. I don't know. I'm going to check it out. There weren't many musicians doing as kind of off-the-wall and creative stuff in the 80s as Thomas Dolby. This is a re-release of his 1989 album. It's called Aliens Ate My Buick. And every time I listen to Thomas Dolby stuff, I'm always like, wow, this guy was ahead of his time. So I'm probably going to give this album a listen and decide if I want to pick it up on vinyl or not. Ringo Starr's 9th solo album, Old Wave, is getting a release with Blue Liquid Filled. It's already sold on Amazon. This is probably just for Beatle diehards. I think Ringo's solo stuff is probably my least favorite of the 4 Beatles solo records, honestly. But if you're into Ringo, you might want to get this Liquid Filled album as soon as you can. At first, I just wanted to see Promesa. I wanted to see this scary album cover here with these weird eyes. But then I started listening to it, And it's Italian rap. It's pretty good, actually. The album's called Morendo ad Oppi Aperti. I believe that's how it is. But yeah, I kind of wanted to show it to you to be funny, but then I listened and I'm like, this is pretty good, actually. So, maybe give it a listen and maybe you'll like it as much as I did. I was pleasantly surprised. All-female thrash outfit Nervosa releases an album called Slave Machine on Napalm Records. Check that out. It's pretty hefty. This is what I call the video game soundtrack section. I don't collect video game soundtracks on vinyl because I want to spend hundreds of dollars on it. But if you love video game soundtracks, this is your section here. First of all, from Bear McCreary, we have the God of War soundtrack. This is from the more modern, I think 2018 and beyond. That reimagining of that game. I still kind of like the classics better as far as the gameplay itself, but the soundtracks are pretty amazing. 3 LP release of Death Stranding 2, which is a weird game that I have not gotten to try yet. And I really cannot wait to play that at some point because it's, there's just some strange mechanics to the last one and I kind of want to check it out. This is the crazy one. Konami Kakesha Club? I could be saying that wrong. They're releasing the Castlevania soundtrack and it's on 46 LPs. 46. It's on Amazon for pre-order for $864, I believe. That's a lot of money to be dropping on Castlevania. So, if that's too much, perhaps you'd rather have this piano version of a much shorter album by Final Fantasy is the name of the musical outfit, but it's the piano renderings of the Castlevania tracks, and I kind of think I can afford that one and probably can handle that one. 46 LPs might be a little much for Castlevania for me, I'm afraid. Guns N' Roses, they've kind of been taking pre-orders on this. I think this has been out for a while, but Nothing and Atlas, a couple of singles on 7-inch. I think it was Nothing that was pretty good, and Atlas was mid at best. I don't know if we're ever going to get another Guns N' Roses record, full record. I would like to, but I just don't know if it's going to happen. So for right now, let's just take these yellow 7 inches and be happy with it, I suppose. Did you know Jill Scott is still releasing new music? To Whom It May Concern is a new record, and I was checking out a few of these tracks. I don't know if anyone has a more soulful and beautiful voice than Jill Scott, and she's still plugging away. So I might pick up this record. I really dig what she does, and she's been doing it for quite a while now. I was just surprised because there hasn't been much hype around this record, so there's a new Jill Scott record, so check it out. Couple of soundtracks, John Harrison, the Creep Show soundtrack, the classic horror show. You may want to get that on vinyl if you're really into those sounds that go along with the creepiness and the weirdness of the Creep Show series. And also the Sleepy Hollow soundtrack from legendary composer and Oingo Boingo main man, Danny Elfman, but of course, he's more well-known, I think, for his movie soundtracks like Beetlejuice and Batman. Always constructs really cool and quirky instrumentals, so check out Sleepy Hollow. Winding out, we got 2 more on our list here. Dead or Alive, Youthquake. People really know this album for the You Spin Me Right Round, the single, the hit song. Many people claim these guys are a one-hit wonder, but I think this Youthquake album is much better than people give it credit for. So if you've never listened to the whole record, you might want to check it out. This has been released multiple times, but it kind of disappears from the shelves for a while and comes back, and this week it's coming back. Last but not least, John Coltrane, 1960 through 1964. This is a 6 LP box set. They're really digging into the Coltrane stuff. I think the vinyl craze has really hit the jazz world maybe harder than any other genre. So they're releasing everything they could possibly find. I know these will sound great, and they're in mono, so I'm definitely intrigued. I don't have a lot of Coltrane filling out my collection right now, so I need a few more. This might be a good place to start. And that's it. Please tell me below, what are you looking forward to? There's something I missed. That was a lot of records this week. But tell me below, comment, suggest, and, always, as I always said, I'd love to interact with people about the music that they're listening to. So tell me below. Thank you for your time. I hope you pick up something on April 3rd coming up, and rock on!